Let's get things rolling, guys. Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Central. Tonight we are streaming Defense Grid 2 from Hidden Path Entertainment and 505 Games. This is a tower defense game. The original Defense Grid was a big hit on mostly on Steam, but also it came to Xbox 360. Part 2 introduces multiplayer and a bunch of new features. Hey, Yup84, welcome to the stream. Hello, Narco Sleepy. And hi, everybody else I haven't said hi to yet. I see a lot of familiar faces here, a lot of cool people. So, let's just start out. I feel like we should go back and show you the first mission just to let you know what the game is like. The full game supports 2-player online co-op. Supposedly there's also a local co-op. Yeah, and I do see a player 2, press A to join there. So, I expect that it really is local and online co-op, which is great. Hey, Royal Bob. Yeah, we've missed you, dude. You gotta go. That's a shame. Bob is a very good commenter. So let's see, we got the story, and then you have all these other little mods you can choose to play from. Or you could choose to add to the game. Let's try adding one. Yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit confusing. Like, just give me the story and play on hard, why not? No, I don't see your face, Million. I wish I could. Actually, I wish you guys could see my face. Hey, Snoochie Boochies. Welcome to Twitch, dude. So while it's loading, you can read this little bit of backstory. It is definitely not the most compelling way to tell a story. But, you know, if you're interested in the game well enough, then you might want to go ahead and read the junk.
Good.
See, we have these sentient AIs. They're like narrators, but they also tell the story. So all the story, you get it from these guys talking. And there'll be different guys on the different levels. I don't know. Million reminds me that when I played Strider on hard, things were quite difficult at first. Hey, AJ. Yes, I understand there are some American football games going on right now. Anybody who likes football and yet still tunes into the stream, you are extra welcome tonight.
Precisely. Commander, prepare for invasion.
Here they come! Good luck, you three!
So over here on the right, this is the core. That's what you want to protect. And enemies are going to come along the path that it shows. Don't have to worry about being surprised. And now I've got to go around and place some towers, right? Yep, that's what I got to do. Well... Uh-oh. Then the enemies start coming. So I just better put a bunch of basic guns down. Whoa, and I better hurry up with them. This is why they call it hard. Oh, they're already getting to the core. I didn't mean to put a cannon right there. But hey, we got him. So I've got a lot of resources to spend at least. You can see the enemy's life meters above them. That's something you can toggle on and off. Don't want to put Inferno there. Not a great spot for it, but I'm going to put an Inferno down anyway, just in case. Gun or Inferno. Come on, you guys. Might need to be upgrading some of these. Upgrade gun 200. Upgrade Inferno. Uh-oh. Woo! That was close.
Me.
Yep, you asked me. You asked him, buddy. So it's got, on this difficulty, it certainly has a fast pace. I would really like a chance to catch my breath and upgrade these guys.
They haven't made it to the colonies yet.
As soon as I have 400, I'm going to upgrade this cannon. There we go. Can I do a second upgrade? Not yet. Have to go a little farther in the campaign. Select do nothing should make the game audio stable. Bria, we'll have to talk about that later. I hope the sound isn't too terrible for everybody. If it is, then I apologize. This guy, this is a good place for a cannon. Cannons have the biggest range, but they're the slowest. If you played a Windows Phone game called GeoDefense, was it? You know, that game, very basic tower defense, and this is similar to that. Although this has much better balance and is basically just a lot better thought out than GeoDefense ever was. In GeoDefense, the enemies have different amounts of life every level and stuff. It's ridiculous. Oh, they're getting away with some of the things. Oh, but I can upgrade that guy now. Okay, come on.
That's not what I said.
So I'm not going to get perfect on this level.
System to frag.
That's alright.
Okay, fine. I'm now scratching my back.
Yeah, it's not normally this fast paced. I don't know if I accidentally pressed fast forward or something. Whoops. Okay, left bumper rewinds the wave. We just found that out. Come on, you guys, get upgraded. Almost enough to upgrade Inferno. There we go. I never really know where to put Infernos. They rotate slowly, and they've got a small arc. It's tough for me. No, GeoDefense is not free. It is a paid game. It's an Xbox Windows Phone game.
Take it.
Yeah, and also you can zoom in with the right stick. So how about that? It looks a lot nicer like that, right? Gotta be upgrading some of these dudes. Come on, 600. No, 800. That's the problem. Oh, it's gonna be a while before I can afford it. Then you can even rotate the view. Shooting the heck out of them. Hopefully nobody else gets away with our resources. Oh, I probably should have waited on upgrading that. Oh well. Time warp cannon next to it. Yeah, if I could slow down the enemies right there, that would be pretty useful. Do I have 800 yet? Oh, and I only needed 600. And that is going to be 800. This is how the tower defense genre works. You just, the enemies have a predetermined pathway. It's almost always predetermined. Wow, now we're really close up. And you just try to put your towers in the best spots you can, then your towers will do the best they can until they're destroyed or whatever. I don't believe they can be destroyed in this. Oh, some of them are getting through. I hope I'm still going to beat the level. I could have done a little bit better on upgrading at some points. Upgrade this dude. Thank you for the advice, viewers. Should have thought of that on my own. Didn't. We can only hope that I don't fail the whole level. Nope, not enough. Oh, is that a spot? That's a spot too. Come on, money. Oh, we beat the level. Alright, I told you I could beat the level.
Fletcher, I have a lock on the distress signal.
Halo Hunter asks why I didn't go to CES. Hey, an achievement. All right. Retry. Oh, for rewinding a wave?
I'm fine. There's no one I can fight aliens with.
Anyway, we have some people from Windows Central going to CES, and that would be Daniel Rubino, Mark Guim, and Richard Devine. Yeah. And CES is not a game-centric event, so it isn't one that I've ever been sent to. I certainly would like to see it eventually, but it's just not in the cards at this point in time. Pure Emerald asks if anybody is excited for Resident Evil Remake, and the answer to that is yes, I am excited. So, I got all... It looks like I can go forward to any level. Is that because some of these I've beaten in multiplayer and some I haven't? I think that's what it is. Million says that you shouldn't call the Xbox One Xbone, but to be honest, I like to type Xbone, and I like how Xbone sounds. It's one syllable less than Xbox One. It is technically a contraction, and I'm in favor of those. So, the only problem is that some people will take it as an insult when you say Xbone. To me, it is not implicitly an insult, so I just don't worry about it. But I don't use the term in my own articles. I just use it casually or in comments. You know what I'm saying. Do we have to remind everybody about me playing Strider on hard? Yeah, I got frustrated now and then. The bosses could be pretty tough in that game. But you know what? I've played the game since then, and I'm doing quite well. By the way, I want to welcome everybody who's new to the stream. We see some fresh faces in here. Viewer numbers are really good. Feeling proud tonight. I'm one of them, huh, Million?
They might feel they have no choice.
So we're skipping forward a little bit in the story here. You see, you got these like dramatic camera pans and stuff. Those kind of things were not in the first Defense Grid. The first game had a much smaller budget, and so it was just completely overhead view static. But you never actually see any human characters like moving or anything like that, so it's still not really a big budget game. You just see the little outlines, no moving mouths or anything. Oh man, I don't want to do this level. I do not like... Oh, yeah. Gun. So you have to make your own path here, that's the challenge. Boost. I see what that does. Let's see if this can handle it. We're just on normal difficulty, so it shouldn't be as bad as it was just a minute ago. Yeah, not ideal. Laser would be better to have up high, but we'll just do... I don't even remember what some of these guns do. This is the problem with me not getting to play games for a long time, is that I forget things. Come on. Okay, only bad thing about that is that I forgot to leave a spot for the laser. Mazes are the best part. Those things are tough for me. You know, I prefer it to be more linear. Hello, Pinky. Glad to see you made it to the stream. And howdy, Surreal Scientist. Yeah, it is rewarding when you finally beat a tough part. I need to put a cannon down, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh good, I can upgrade my boost towers now. What is everybody drinking tonight? Traditionally we all like to drink something during the stream, whether it's a hard or soft beverage. I'm having champagne in celebration of the new year. Looks like I can't afford any upgrades yet. Right now I still need to be building my maze. Oh, they're starting to get through. Yeah, here's where my mental fortitude runs out, I'm afraid. Put an Inferno right there. Then we want to funnel them downward, don't we? They're going to come over this way. I should have played on easy. I'm not too proud to admit it. Come on, guns. Do your thing. Let's put a laser right... Yeah, I don't know. Just put an Inferno there. That guy's dead. He's not a problem. I do need to be doing some upgrades, so we'll upgrade that guy. How much are regular guns to upgrade? 200? Yes. Soda. Monster energy drink is what Pinky is drinking. Monster is my favorite energy drink, so that's a good choice. Yeah, Pure Emerald, you have the same problem as me. Too many games, not enough time. Baihumba has had some Coronas. Those are pretty good too. Oh, well, welcome to the stream, Peaky. I'm glad that you read our site and that you've chosen to join us tonight. That is excellent. So right now we're going with mostly weaker guns. I'm just going to try to wear them down, but I do need to upgrade at least one gun, so let's upgrade this guy. Can I block a bridge? Well, they're not... Oh, yeah, I guess I need to, don't I? Good call. Oh, man. But I built the thing in a poor way for that. Well, maybe I do want them coming down here. Maybe that is what I want. So now they're still going to come up this way, and I will put an Inferno right there. This guy's not really in a good spot. We'll do something with him in a little bit. Virgin rum and coke is what Million enjoys, and that is a good drink. Rum and coke is great. It would be Diet Coke for me. I don't drink regular Coke. And when I drink Monster, it's Diet Monster. Just my thing. Let's see. Gonna get a few more upgrades while I think of how the heck to move this. Guess I'll put a boost here. Regular gun here. Yeah, I should have saved that boost, but that's alright. Planning to put a laser right here. Not wonderful spot, but... Come on, money! Yeah, you earn the money as you pick them off. Knocking out your video game backlog, that's an enviable task, you know, it's something that I've never truly been able to do. Life would have to slow down a lot more than I expect it ever will. But maybe someday. You just really have to prioritize, you know, you have to say which games did I really want to play and which games was I, you know, just buying them because they were on sale, that kind of thing. So far, so good. We've got some resources and stuff. I like resources. Most of us do. I'm just going to try a random laser right there. What does Tesla do? Huh. Yeah, I don't really remember how good Tesla is. I'm going to put one down just for fun. Two, in fact. Two wheel put down. And meteor shoots slow firing meteors with long range, can't hit close enemies. I don't know where
Planet. They have to be beaten back.
Please don't do this. You'll just cause a corrugated lady to Rhapsody allergy.
Yeah, that one lady who was just talking, she's kind of crazy. It's not her fault.
No, it isn't.
Wow, meteor has big range.
No, it doesn't.
Now you're just being difficult. Story of my life, right? Teslas have to recharge. So far, so good. Oh, I guess I should have put a boost under it. That would have been a much better thing to do. Can I still ask? No, I can't. So the boost is a new thing for Defense Grid 2 that gives towers extra range by elevating them over their surrounding towers. Really cool feature. Let's zoom in a little there. See everybody better. There's some way to fast forward the movement, I just don't remember, and I don't want to randomly hit buttons. Million is describing an Xbox One modification project of his. That sounds pretty amazing. Unmasked Bandit says that the D4 free DLC is going to be removed. So yeah, I guess you better go ahead and grab it if you don't own D4 yet. D4, isn't that the free game of the month? Let's see, we got room for somebody right here. Who are we gonna go with? Tesla? Yeah, we'll go with Tesla. Just for fun. It's just free clothes, it is nothing you really need. Hello, Julian, it's good to see you. Our favorite Brazilian viewer. Those are good to have, you know. Brazil's a rough place to be a gamer. They have all these certification restrictions that make it hard for games to get released over there. And then with the consoles, they put these huge import taxes. I think they call them tariffs. And yeah, so their consoles are really expensive. It's kind of it's definitely an unfair system. I think I'm gonna put a cannon over here when I get the chance. Let's stop those guys. What do they look like? They look like the ships from the Matrix, don't they? The bad guy ships? Or maybe they're just what the bad guy robots look like. Zorbs asks whether or not I found a co-op partner. The answer is no, I did not. Oh, what's going on? Time to upgrade. Come on, upgrade laser. $500 to upgrade meteor. That's highway robbery. Eh. Oh yeah, iDarb. Aw. Thank you anyways, Orbs. Yeah, it's a shame. I would have been completely happy to play this in co-op if anybody watching the stream had the game and stepped forward, but that has not been the case. Put a meteor over there just for some variety. When you have 2 upgrade meteors, the world is yours. Interesting observation, Avatar. Oh, I need to sell this Inferno, don't I? Cell tower. Let's switch him out with a cannon. Okay, upgrade this Tesla yet? Not yet. The Raven, AJ? Yeah, I didn't even bother downloading the Raven either, you know? Or adding it to my account or anything. I got better things to do. Champagne, it burns the throat, man. So you guys, our plan for tonight is to play Defense Grid 2 for 1 hour, and then we're gonna stream a bonus game after that for half an hour. So if you have the time to stick around, whether or not you enjoy Defense Grid 2 itself, I mean, I know you're gonna be sad when we stop playing Defense Grid 2, but the bonus game will be something that you will enjoy seeing. Because for one thing, it's a game that is not out yet. So any chance to see a game early is worth taking, don't you agree? Come on, next wave. We're on the final wave here. Good time to upgrade things that I haven't already upgraded. That's everything I could afford. Come on, Tesla. You're about to be upgraded. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nobody's actually dying. They got too much life. So I didn't just use guns, I placed a lot of different kinds of things because enemies have resistances to certain types of attacks. So you really have to alternate. Can't just do too much of any one thing. Go Teslas. Wow, I still don't even have enough for a laser. None of these guys are dying. I hope they'll die before they get out of here. Alright, we did it. Perfect.
Nice work, Commander.
That is the way to do it, children.
Fletcher? How are you?
Oh, cool. Last week we played Warframe, in case you missed the stream, and some of last week's participants have really gotten into the game, which makes me happy, because Warframe is a game that I very much enjoy. It's one of my very favorite Xbox One games, so I'm glad that some of you dudes are seeing the light as well. Whoops, skipped the story there. That's okay. Gonna run off for a quick restroom break, be right back. Thank you for your patience. And I'm back. Hey, little rhino. Glad to have you here tonight. Let's move on to Mission 5, Barrage. Story. Normal. Yeah, I don't know what to pick when it does all that stuff. Just gonna play on normal. Bathroom breaks. No, I'm not gonna pee in a Gatorade bottle. Strange thing to suggest. Hey, Captain Swagmaster, I'm glad you made it to the stream. Captain Swagmaster is another member of our Warframe clan. Oh, well, who do I pick? Or overcharged special weapon or reinforcement special weapon? We'll do Professor Beale. Half-Flat Canadian, so glad you made it. Canadian asks, Warframe or Destiny? My answer to that is always Warframe. You get a lot more content completely free, and then you can buy characters if you want. It's a much more fair system, and you, like I said, just so much more content. Uh-oh. Aliens everywhere.
With Kai gone, the orbital laser is unavailable. We should utilize a...
By the way, if you won a prize in our Warframe stream last week and you haven't actually received it, just be sure to send me a Twitch PM and let me know. A lot of the prizes were added to your accounts, to the winners' accounts after the fact. So that is something that you might not be used to. But it's a real thing. So like if you want a character, a Warframe, then you can log in now and you will see that character. Which way do I guess I just want to push them all the way up here. Now I need a laser. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, laser. There we go. Gun. Inferno. The building pathways is too hard. You're very welcome, CMU, and congratulations for winning. By the way, hello, Donamo. I hadn't said hi to you yet. Good to have you here. Let's see, this would be a good spot for the laser. As soon as we can afford it, which is now. I'm gonna laser them all over the place. Now do I want to push them up around this corner, or stick some extra guns here, I guess. Regular gun. Go with a lot of regular guns for this map. Yeah, and we were talking about how Warframe is very free. I mean, it's a free game and it's very fairly monetized. And I know people think of it as a badge of honor to be able to play a free-to-play game and not actually spend anything. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like, if you like the game, it is a good idea, a very good idea, to actually pitch in on it. But what's good about, like a lot of free-to-play games, they just kind of try to suck you dry, like they try to take your money over and over again. That is not so good. But with Warframe, you can just buy a character, one character, and that might do you for the whole game, or maybe later on, 6 months down the line, you'll want a new character. But like I said, that's just a really fair way to do it. It's like you're buying DLC and you're not actually just paying for the pleasure, you know, for the ability to play the game at all. Let's see, let's do Inferno. Oh my. Whoa. We don't want that to happen.
Tap on it. We now have concussion towers. They do tremendous damage to any alien moving.
Concussion towers. Well, that's interesting. Oh crap, I'm not ready for this. What I want are lasers. Okay, we're still holding them off, just barely. Concussion has decent range. Is this the way that I want them to go? I guess it is. Put a laser here. Donovo says that he or she is watching Superman Returns. That's interesting because I was just talking about Superman Returns with my friend Tyler earlier. You know, Tyler is one of our mods here. And Superman Returns is a movie that some people love and some people don't love, but if you ask me, it's about 10, 20 times better than Man of Steel. So definitely I would take a mopey Superman in Superman Returns over what Man of Steel did with Superman any day of the week. Meteor. Let's see, put some cannons around here. Where's a better place for a cannon? Right there's a pretty good place. Concussion. We'll hit them with that as they come by. What about right here? Yeah, looks fine. And I just need to put a lot of meteors down, I think. And cover the field as well as I can. Yeah, that's a good point. Avatar says that he didn't like Lois in either movie, and neither Lois was all that great. The second one, I don't know, yeah. Just can't really, neither one of them is anywhere near as great as Margot Kidder was. So I guess that's just a tough act to follow. Cycling Guy Nola, which series are you talking about? The animated series? Certainly she was great in that. Bubbly. Yeah, Kal-El Can Fly is actually more of a Superman enthusiast than I am, in case you couldn't tell from his name. Like me, I'm the Ninja Turtle guy. He's the Superman guy. So he has some very strong opinions on Superman. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty cool.
Were you also analyzing your own code at the time?
I'm afraid that's a bit blurry to me.
That's a bit blurry to me. I say that all the time. About all kinds of different things. Come on guys, keep smashing them. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. See, let me tell you why I don't like Man of Steel. I just said Man of Steel is terrible, but it's not fair for me just to say that without backing it up with any kind of reasons. And, I mean, there's a lot of... Basically, the script is completely horrible. I don't know. It's pretty bad. But, yeah, you know, like... What the script really doesn't understand is characters. Like, very few of the characters are, like, consistent and, you know, behave like actual people would behave. Like, take Superman's dad, for instance. Like, traditionally, Superman's dad is one of the people who shapes him into the awesome, nearly perfect person that he grows up to be. But in Man of Steel, Superman's dad is, like, crazy. Like, he is literally crazy. He gives his son terrible advice. Like, anytime his son does anything to help somebody, he gets fussed at by his idiot father, who would prefer that he simply let innocent people die. Like, oh, what a great upbringing for Superman. No wonder he ends up being so super, right? And not to mention that he actually commits suicide rather than have his son actually use his power to help someone, and that someone being him. Like, he literally chooses to die by a tornado. Oh god, just so dumb. Like, it hurts my head to even think about it. If you think about movies, if you're very critical of them, which it is a good thing to do, even if they're summer blockbusters, even if they're popcorn movies, like, that kind of behavior should, it should set off a warning bell for you, because that is not good. But now I'm just being preachy. Sorry about that.
Wherever she is.
I have to admit, I didn't understand.
007 ZBR criticizes Man of Steel's decision to have Henry Cavill be all chest hairy. That didn't bother me that much. They're going for the cheesecake factor there, trying to appeal to the women's. That's all right.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the Daily Planet parts didn't work very well either. They didn't bother to establish most of the people who worked at the Daily Planet as characters, and yet it wastes all this time watching them as they're running around and trying to avoid being crushed by rubble and stuff. And it just ends up being a waste of time, because if you have not established the character, then it's pointless to show us that character in danger for any extended length of time. And that's just what they did. They're like, well, everybody wants to see what's happening to Lawrence Fishburne. Well, we only want to see that if you make him a real important character, which he wasn't. I will miss you, Surreal Sonicus. Thank you for tuning in while you could. Let's do a meteor here. Gonna go with all kinds of meteors. They have such good coverage. I better get some upgrades when I can afford it. Yeah, that is a good one, Light Cycle. The fight scenes, he calls them over the top, and this was basically, seems to have been an overreaction to complaints that Superman Returns didn't have enough action. And, that was a fair thing. Superman Returns maybe didn't have enough action, but the answer to that is not to have a 40-minute computer-generated fight scene going on. Like the fight at the end of Man of Steel, it just goes on and on and on, and it goes on so long that it becomes very difficult to care about what is happening. Like, it actually overwhelms you so much that the action becomes boring, and that shouldn't have happened. Oh, but heck, I don't want to dwell on it too much. All I can say is that I love Superman. I've watched the original, like, more times than I can count. I can watch even, 3 and 4 I can't watch very much because they're not good, but Superman 1, 2, and Returns I can watch and not get tired of or angry about. But yeah, Man of Steel, I could not watch it more than once. Like, that was it. They lost me, and that's a shame. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go with more meteors. Why the heck not? Go with an Inferno here. And that just wasn't how it worked out. Come on, concussion. There we go. Narco Sleepy says that Superman's high power level makes him boring, but I think that good writers are able to make this story interesting anyway by focusing on other elements. Like, you know, Superman, as powerful as he can't be everywhere at once, you know, and that's a thing that all superheroes really face. So the people that they care about, and just innocent people in general, they can, you know, that's where the superheroes are vulnerable. And, you know, there have been many compelling Superman comics, and, you know, even like the very first Superman movie, I would argue, is just about a masterpiece. So, you know, the stories are not always good, but you can make a good story with him. You just have to write it the right way. Yeah, no, one of Superman's powers is not to be able to reverse time. That was a weak little element of the first Superman and the Donner cut of Superman 2. But normally he can't do that. Normally he just has to live with whatever has happened. So don't think of that as a core element of the character. Like, to really understand the character, you have to have seen him in comics, or at least the animated series. Because the animated series really understood him very well. Come on, give me my monies. Money's coming too slow here. Oops. Let's upgrade that laser beam. Million, is that what your Xbox is doing? Million saying his Xbox One can't connect to the internet anymore. That's not good. Definitely you should contact Xbox support if you're still having that problem. Alright, so where's the controls? Fast forward, right bumper. Alright, let's try that. That's better. Sorry guys, I think the stream would have been like twice as exciting if I'd been fast forwarding. Can't win them all. And they're like a laser. Oh, well, pressing B over an enemy lets you see information about it. That's pretty cool. How do you do the laser thing? There is a laser. Eh. Get some of those upgrades. Yeah, I do like the faster pace of upgrading. The only thing is the enemies can totally get away from you if you're not careful. Come on, Inferno. There we go. That'll tackle the enemies a little better. Guys, as with all of our streams, when you win a prize, you will get a Twitch PM that gives you the winning code. And yeah, that could end up in your PM's other folder on Twitch. Like, it could and it could not. We can't control that. That's just something Twitch does, and it's weird. But just check your PMs and look through them. If you're determined enough, you are going to find the code. And by the way, this supports like 4 different difficulties, so if this looks a little too easy to you, I mean, this difficulty right now is just right to me, because I don't want to fail, you know, so like this is just where I want it to be. But if this is too easy for you, just play on a harder difficulty. And it can be fun even for me to go back on a higher difficulty, like what I did on the first level, you know, I went back and played it. I've already played it on easy and normal, and I got a different experience this time. I need to keep on upgrading my dudes.
Aliens killed, cores defended. Now, where's Kai?
You know, it is true, this is not visually, you know, it doesn't have any kind of an amazing art style or anything like that.
Fletcher?
Woo, achievement!
Is that?
We're gonna do just one more level and then we're gonna switch over to our bonus game, you guys.
We must not let ourselves be distracted from the task at hand.
Have you noticed?
You're very welcome, Happy Slapping. Congratulations on winning.
Some, but that's irrelevant. For now, we must focus on the larger task, getting to Takat. It's okay.
Let's talk about how Defense Grid 2 is different from the first game.
Why are we here?
It's all right, Kai. You're here with us.
Do you remember anything, Kai? Do you know why you were taken?
I don't know. Something about circuses and moonlight.
I see. Kai, I'm...
And that makes a difference because it provides more motivation.
Resources.
Tower overcharge, reinforcement, orbital laser. That's what I wanted to use. Yeah, and it does have better graphics. It's got some camera effects and stuff. The 2-player co-op, that's a whole new thing. And there is competitive multiplayer too. It's online and offline multiplayer. So, I mean, the multiplayer, if you have a friend who also likes tower defense, it makes a big difference. Because, I mean, tower defense games, they're kind of lonely, you know? You're just sitting there playing by yourself, placing your towers, and there's not a lot you can do other than place your towers, you know? Playing with a friend, you're both sharing the same pool of resources, which can be a little bit confusing. But it's good because you can make up for each other's weak spots, you know? Like, I suck at the maze part, so I can have somebody else build better mazes.
Shiny and smell like morning.
Oh no. I'm afraid she's still...
So the game costs... Defense Grid 2 costs $24.99, which is more than the first game cost. Oh, this is way different. That's interesting. Weird, weird lady.
Yes, of course.
I don't know if... That probably wasn't the best way to put things. Yeah, no, but you have to understand, the developers, they made Defense Grid, at the time was considered one of the best tower defense games ever made, and I agree with it, that it was, you know, like, it doesn't have the, you know, doesn't have the art style that some of us require for a slower paced game to really captivate us. But... oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but you know, there's a special something. Like, there's a nice atmosphere here, an interesting atmosphere. The things they do with the AI, they can be pretty interesting. And the new one, yeah, it costs more, but it is a much bigger game. Like, the campaign is way more complex. You get way more environments. Like, there's a lot they do to make it be worth the extra money. And if you're not if you're not big into tower defense, then maybe it won't seem like it's worth that much extra to you, but to me, this is a tower defense game I wouldn't want to miss. Obviously, I haven't gotten to play it as much as I would like, but it is still one of my favorites in the genre. Like, I was playing Anomaly Defense, which is another tower defense game, a much cheaper one, actually. Defense Grid 2 is so much better than Anomaly Defense. Not that Anomaly Defense is actually a bad game, you know, but like this, I just buy into what it's doing a lot more. Oh boy, I just don't even know here. Like, I feel like anywhere I'm putting my towers is not really a good place. We're going to go with Tesla's. Regular gun here. Gonna have to start dropping some long range towers somewhere or other. Oh my gosh, there's just so much room for them to go on this one. It's crazy. So, I mean, if you feel like the price is too high, you can wait for a sale, but if you like the genre, it's not a game that you should miss. And there aren't any other tower defense games on Xbox One right now. I'm not sure about PlayStation 4, but at least on this platform, it's all you got to choose from, but it's a big, really solid game. And it is also available on Steam, and Steam's not a bad way to play it at all. Laser right there. Yeah, like man, I do not know where the heck to put the cannons and things like that. Not a bit. The laser over here. Yeah, AJ6627, did I say that right? Yeah, points out that Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare actually has a very tower defense-like mode, and that is pretty cool. Enjoy that that mode quite a bit. It would be great if we could stream Plants vs. Zombies on the weekend, but I don't know if we could ever get prizes from EA, unfortunately. Let's see. That gives you decent laser range. I guess we'll do that. You can start doing some upgrades too. Would a Tesla here on the corner be any good? Yeah, we'll try it. Come on, upgrade. Actually, no, I need to be upgrading over here. Can a regular gun get any kind of range up here? Let's see. Not really. How about a cannon? There we go, cannon. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Well, AJ, it's not about... I mean, like, I got a review copy of Garden Warfare, so it's not that EA never hooks us up, but as far as, like, games to give away as prizes, that is not something that we've not something we've done with EA, and it's really a crapshoot whether or not they will agree to something like that. Well, cannon... Pretty good range on the cannon, or wonderful range on the meteor. I guess we'll go with meteors. Maybe cannon right here. Thank you, Half Black Canadian. I mean, I hope you've enjoyed seeing the game on the stream. I know this is a slower paced game, and so it is not the most exciting thing we've streamed. But it is a really good game, and if you like this kind of game, you're gonna find it very rewarding. Like, there is so much to do with going back and doing the different difficulties, the different modes, and all the multiplayer stuff. It really earns its keep, in my opinion.
I survived intact.
I survived intact. And guys, we still have more prizes to give out. We are just going to finish this one last level, and then we're going to switch over to a different game. So please stick around for the next game. And you're going to, I mean, you're going to find that, like I said, the next game is a preview of something that hasn't come out yet. So that is going to be interesting for us to show to you, and I hope you will like it. Laser, not a lot of great range on that laser. Go with cannon. Inferno.
Oh my god, they're fast.
No, more cannons. Oh, and I guess I need to put some concussions down, don't I? I'm going real laser heavy on this level. I hope that doesn't end up coming back to bite me.
It's a tough candy coating with a soft, chewy center.
What the heck?
Once she recovers.
I just hope I get the chance.
Some interesting characters here. Paul Thurrott from the other Windows site. Yeah, I don't know if we would want to have him as a guest. Maybe we would. That's something I would have to think about. He's got an interesting personality.
Gift from the heavens.
Yeah, they are pretty great, those towers. I recommend them. Gotta be doing more upgrades. Do my laser as soon as I can. Frete points out that typically people play tower defense games on smartphones or tablets. And that is a fair observation, but don't forget that Defense Grid 2 was originally a full PC game, and you know, like I don't know, like there are more production values here than you get from your average tablet game. Like I said, that other tower defense game I was talking about, Anomaly Warzone or Anomaly Defenders, that is a tablet oriented game that also happens to be available on Steam. And like the differences in production values, they're dramatic. Like there is no contest. Like you just get so much more story and so much more interesting things to see in this particular game, in my opinion. So like, it's just, do you want to sit down and play? I don't know. This is the kind of game you could play with like a show snapped. That would work really well. Tesla, Concussion, Tesla, maybe go with another, what, a cannon? Yeah, let's do a cannon right there.
Fly.
So just put a bunch of new towers in. Uh-oh. Their enemies are getting tougher. Hopefully we will be able to handle them. I want to upgrade this meteor. When you play on fast forward, at least you earn the money for upgrades really, really quickly. Then again, if you're losing, then it's going to be like, oh god, I'm losing. But if you think you're messing up on a wave, just hit left bumper and you can rewind to the previous wave. And that is a really nice feature. We're nearing the end of this level. Then it's on to something different, you guys. And also I'd like to point out, in case you're new to the stream, that I always like to stick around after the stream ends and chat with you guys a little bit in text chat. Because, you know, like, while I'm playing the stream here, I can look over at the chat and I can talk to you a little bit, but I can't focus on it the way I would like. So we have a little... And again, one of the best things about our stream in the first place is the chat, because we have a lot of really cool people, we have high-quality moderators, and we just keep a really pleasant and stimulating games chat going. And so I like to participate in that by chatting after the stream ends. So if you have the time, stick around after the stream ends. We'll do a little bit of that. If you don't have time, that's alright. Yeah, it goes really fast, doesn't it? Half-Black Canadian points out that the frame rate is pretty solid. Oh, did I just...
Fletcher.
Missing piece.
Alright, we beat the level.
Enough of this. We must depart at once.
Avatar EW, what are we saying about East-X? Oh.
Quite upset over your victory.
Looks like everybody's typing out my gamer tag.
Perhaps. But they believe the aliens will return.
So once again, this has been Defense Grid 2 for Xbox One, also available on PlayStation 4 and Steam. It is my current favorite tower defense game. Costs $24.99, but you get a lot of value out of it. You get a whole lot of levels, you get an interesting story, and full online multiplayer, which is really great.